Over here in the top right, we have our first Zerg player, named after a month he was not born in.
July.
Turns out he was born in December. And over here in the blue, that's right. Over here in the blue, we have named after a card game.
Slayers YuGiOh.
There he is.
I've actually known Jelizerk for a pretty long time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We both met Jelizerk back in Italy.
That's true.
If you remember.
Yeah. I actually knew him well before that. My really good friend, Sem, StarCraft 1 programmer on the same team. I used to observe Jelizerk all the time when they played practice games.
Here comes the Overlords. Overlord kiss? No. Not quite. Just a high five.
Head nod as they went by.
Extractors on the way for both of these guys.
Yeah. So we may be seeing some one base play to open up.
And both of them still mirror builds, despite not knowing what their opponent is doing just yet.
Well, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Slayers YuGiOh once again going for a very fast gas and pool. Faster than you normally see. Normally it's a 14 gas and 13 pool. Instead he's doing a 13 gas and 12 pool. So definitely sacrifices a little bit of economy to get quicker speed out.
As you can see here, that positioning actually for our blue Zerg, YuGiOh, that's old school StarCraft 1 positioning there with the spawning pool. Initially, well actually, it's always been like this in StarCraft 1. The pathfinding obviously wasn't as good as it was in StarCraft 2, so sometimes the workers wouldn't mine in a straight line. There might be a slight diagonal, so good players would put a structure there to force them to mine in a straight line. Now in this case, he might have other reasons, because obviously in StarCraft 2 the pathfinding is much better. He might have had that set up there to act as somewhat of a wall in case he is getting Baneling rushed, something he can run around. And you can see he's doing the same thing with the Roach Warren. We'll get a shot at it in a minute.
Go about it.
Yeah, I like that positioning.
Yeah, the Roach Warren, as you just mentioned, that Slayers YuGiOh is making, that's going to be quite nice because Jelizerk is actually getting a Baneling nest. So it looks like Jelizerk wants to get very aggressive, but of course a defensive one-base Roach against an offensive one-base Baneling, it's going to come down to, is Jelizerk actually going to make Banelings? If he does, they aren't going to be too useful.
This is going to be interesting. Jelizerk mixing up, going for a very aggressive strat. He's even showing him the Banelings. Oh! That one Baneling. Did he cancel that?
I think he did.
Think so.
Jelizerk right now, he is making a Roach Warren as well, by the way. So he's not going to stay Banelings for too long. Just a very quick Baneling. Try to get it in there and take out some drones. We'll see if he can do it. Going to try to sneak around, trying to be a sneaky snake.
Here he comes.
Snake. No! Oh! And one Baneling, doesn't even matter, won't kill any drones. So Slayers YuGiOh going to take an early lead in this game, Tasteless.
Now he's going to try to hide the Banelings. Have they been spotted? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Meanwhile, Link's heading towards Jelizerk's drones.
Tasteless. This is looking bad.
Not as much damage as I thought would happen. I believe he got 2 drones there.
Let's see. On the unit counting station, actually, they're both at 15 still.
Huh.
So, but Slayers YuGiOh has to be feeling pretty good. They look quite even in the numbers, but already Jelizerk has wasted some Banelings that didn't really do anything. So Slayers YuGiOh is going to be slightly ahead on Roaches because he didn't waste any gas on those Banes.
Now, Jelizerk in Zerg vs. Zerg was never like Jaedong in Zerg vs. Zerg back in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, no one was.
Jaedong, you can basically do anything, and Jaedong can actually counter it, even stuff that should look like rock, paper, scissors.
Well, that is quite true. Jelizerk actually one of the best ZVZ players of all time. In fact, the only player to come back from 2 drones in a ZVZ. I've seen the most epic comebacks from Jelizerk. So, anyways, it looks like both players are going to go ahead and expand while YuGiOh works on the back path. And it looks like he wants to get aggressive down that back path.
It seems like in these positions, whoever's ahead early on can pretty easily keep that lead. With it being possible to open up the back door.
Yeah, you can really put a lot of quick pressure on that way. And it looks like, wow, JuLizard trying to send in an Overlord to see if a lair has started. He is trying so hard, but that Queen does not want him to know.
If we can get a shot of the main that Overlord is going into.
And he will see that the lair has started.
We did not get...
JuLizard thinks it's...
We didn't get a shot of it, sorry guys.
It's okay. Trust me, JuLizard sees that he's making a lair. JuLizard right now, though, may be in trouble, Tasteless.
I don't even think he sees the rocks.
No, that's 9 roaches attacking the rocks. And JuLizard just, well, he is making a few more roaches. So now he finally realizes what's going on.
Uh-oh.
And he should be able to defend this then. But at the same time, some speedlings coming through the center of the map.
Here they come. 2 Lings to absorb the initial damage. JuLizard pushes him back. But these Lings coming over here, they could take out the Queen.
Yeah, and that's going to be so annoying for July. Losing a Queen is always bad.
And goodbye, Queen. You can see Lings peeking in here to see if the roaches can now come down.
That's right, JuLizard spreading out his units into multiple locations. And that is when YuGiOh decides it is time to strike Tasteless. He's using the heart of the swarm. Can he do it?
Looks like the concave slightly favoring July. But there's more Lings coming up here to buffer the damage. Lings, of course, not really the damage dealers in Roach versus Ling Roach, but they do absorb some of the hits, allowing the Roaches in the back to deal the damage. Nice target firing there by YuGiOh. YuGiOh knows if he wins this, it's going to be an incredible upset. Nobody would predict JuLizard to lose this, especially this matchup.
He is a little bit all in, though. JuLizard has many more drones, 26 to 18. So all JuLizard has to do right now is hold steady on this attack, and he should be in position to take the game with that much more economy. That's 50% more drones, Tasteless. That's a lot.
That is a big difference, Artosis. Uh-oh. We have a lot of Lings and Roaches now. He's going to try again. Note the Roach count for July is better.
That's quite right. JuLizard just has to crush this group of Roaches, Tasteless. That's basically all that is in the world right now for JuLizard, and it looks like he's going to. JuLizard, with anger and fury, is going to take out YuGiOh.
I think he might actually counterattack here.
It does look like that.
So more Lings coming out here. Due to the low drone count, YuGiOh can't quite get out as many roaches. He can't mine that much gas and that
JuLizard might want to be careful. It's a lot of Zerglings in there, but the drone's coming out as well. That shows that YuGiOh is a little bit scared here.
YuGiOh now trapping JuLizard's drones, but how many of JuLizard's roaches are going to kill off drones here?
Looks like 11 drones left for YuGiOh. 27 for JuLizard. So JuLizard can just sit here and make units right now, stop any attacks, and he should be good to go.
Counterattack here from YuGiOh, but I don't believe this one's going to have the same level of efficacy.
You're quite right, Tasteless.
I am.
It's not going to be epic at all.
It's not going to be effective at all. No, it will not. Here we go. Moving in. Actually, YuGiOh is doing a serious amount of damage here. JuLizard might actually not have been able to recover as quickly. It's going to be a small window of opportunity here for him to kill off some drones. Actually, no, the Roaches have been too weakened.
Yeah, they have taken too much damage, and JuLizard should be able to clean these up. And I'm thinking we're going to see GG pretty quickly here, Tasteless. YuGiOh just doesn't have anything going on.
Yeah, JuLizard's economy is just too good.
Yep, he's got almost 3 times the drones now, 29 to 11.
And, well, I got to say, pretty solid defense there from July.
Yeah. YuGiOh just added a drone. I mean, that is...
It's time to catch up.
Yeah, that's kind of a funny thing to see. He's starting to add a lot of drones now. But, of course, he is so many worlds behind right now. JuLizard already has a lair. There's no lair for YuGiOh.
1 drone, 2 drones.
Oh my. Oh me, oh my, Tasteless.
Oh my
me,
lordy.
Oh my, oh pumpkin pie, in the sky.
Oh my
Here
heavens
comes
to
July.
Betsy. Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive. JuLizard is dominating now, economically. He did take out 2 drones back there with the Zerglings.
And here comes a counter. He's going to realize that there's way too much for him to ever do any damage. And I have a feeling that Slayer's Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not going to leave the game, Tasteless.
Something tells me my StarCraft senses are tingling.
The way he's making
Slayer's Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't seem to realize how far behind he really is.
Yeah.
You know, ZVZ is so fast-paced, sometimes you don't actually see. You get to count as many drones as you want.
That's right. Right now, July has 30 drones against 20, and 19 lings against 16, and then 20 roaches against 1 roach. Well, just as I say that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes a few more roaches and goes up to 6. Guess what? 20 against 6? 20 minus 6 equals 14. 14 more roaches. Pretty sure that he can win if he attacks.
Yeah, that's just simple math.
Jolizerg may not want to attack, though. He may want to tech up a little bit more, get an upgrade. He is getting roach speed.
That Zergling got popped like a pimple there.
Ew.
Ew. More drones and Zerglings. Excuse me, more roaches and Zerglings moving out.
He's actually going to just counterattack Jolizerg because Jolizerg is moving down the bottom of the map. I'm actually very surprised that Jolizerg went the long way and allowed this counterattack. Very surprised indeed, Tasteless.
Yeah, this did give Yugo an interesting window of opportunity. Roach speed is done, though.
Jolizerg just sacrificing his main, basically, but yeah, it's... I don't know, but it's almost an elimination race.
Okay.
Jolizerg should be able to take this all out and go.
That's it, GG. Yu-Gi-Oh! Unable to pull through there. That was actually quite a good turn for Zerg.
It's quite exciting and entertaining. Thank you, Jolizerg and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Thank you. Well,
Jolizerg coming back with a vengeance. Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit confused. He actually looks like Joey with his hair.
Jolizerg still in this. It's 1-1. The final map is going to be Lost Temple.
That's a pretty standard map for the matchup.
Yeah.
Of course, if they're close by air, it'll change the game a lot because the Overlords will find each other instantaneously and they'll be able to see exactly what's going on, no surprises.
I would think if they find each other right away, it would favor Jolizerg because it is more of a StarCraft 1 situation to be in Zerg versus Zerg. But
it's much more that than, let's say, a CCG card game with trap cards and dark magicians and shuffling your deck.
That is true.
Much more like that, Tasteless. So,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Did not look that bad, though, that game. The first game, Jolizerg looked pretty bad.
Yeah, he did.
So we'll see. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Still got a chance. The countdown's begun, so get ready for our final Zerg vs. Zerg. Let's see who's going to move on.